Yo, what is up? Thank you all for tuning in wherever and whenever you are watching this. Today, we're going to go ahead and jump in. We're going to cover a couple major news events that have happened in the past week. We're going to go ahead and cover a couple things here inside of TradingView, see if we can get a couple markups and see the current state of the market. So let's go ahead, dive right into it. Let's share the screen and let's go. All right, Safari, share. You guys should be able to see my screen. Sweet. Boom. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and start here. This is the total market cap. Now, there's two different charts for this. This is the one without the without Bitcoin and Ethereum. As you can see, it's a lot smaller than it is with it. So this is something we want to keep in mind, guys. This is like just as important as the DXY as well when it comes to you know how these coins are going to react, and really this is just a total overall outlook on what the market's doing in the crypto space in general. So what I did here is on the weekly time frame is we found the bottom, right? We put the fibs on here from the low to the high. We measured it right from down here at what were we at, like 78 billion all the way up to 3 trillion. Now from 3 trillion we've had quite the fall. Now we measured this initial move, right? So from this bottom to this high, and now we've fallen, right? We fell 23.6, 38.2, 50%, 61.8, and now we're coming down to the level of 78.6%. Now this is the last level support. This is where most of the liquidity or most of the buyers sit, right? Most of the buyers are sitting here. So let's go ahead and take a little closer look. So when we break it down, we have a couple different time frame or a couple different levels here. We got a daily level, weekly level, and I actually did two different things here. So I was measuring off of the body over here, and then also the wick. I just kind of wanted to see how that zone was looking there. So we draw a small little accumulation zone, the small box there. Now, as you can see right now, we'll go on the 4 hour actually. Right now we're actually kind of playing inside of this zone, this weekly and the end of the wick. Right here, so we're bouncing up in between here. Now realistically I would like to see a break and retest above here and see us continue up. Really what I think might happen is we might play in this zone a little longer. We'll kind of see what happens here. There's a couple things here in the news that I'll show you guys as well, but this is just something to keep in mind when looking in the crypto space. So let's go ahead. This is the total market cap. Now let's go ahead and check out Bitcoin. We'll actually look at the DXY too. Where's the DXY? Where we at? Here it is. Now the dollar index. Now you guys can see this thing's been in an uptrend since literally the beginning of the year, pretty much. We'll call it the beginning of the year. So it's been uptrending the entire year. Now, honestly, at some point, we should expect to see some type of retracement. We broke above here. Now if we zoom in, we can even see a little bit better look, but usually what happens is when the DXY goes down, assets become better. So we like to look at this just because when this goes down, Bitcoin tends to perform better. Now it doesn't always exactly work out that way, but it works out most of the time that way. So it's a pattern that we can keep in mind and watch over time. So what I got here, we got Bitcoin on the daytime. Again, we have a bullish push up. Now, same thing with this. I mean, it kind of looks almost the same as the total market cap, right? We were just looking at the total market cap. Here it is, right? Boom, boom. Same thing with Bitcoin. We got a little boom, boom action. So they almost look completely identical. Even if we go down on a 4 hour time frame, you can kind of see we almost have the same zones. It kind of broke through, right? And then now it's playing in the zone. So they almost look exactly the same, and it's not a surprise because Bitcoin and Ethereum take up majority of the market cap. So as Bitcoin moves, the total market cap changes as well. So let's check it out. So honestly, guys, even same thing for Bitcoin. I realistically want to see a break, even above here. Really would be, I want to see some type of break above here. To see more bullish action, but really all we can do is be patient and wait. Now, something else that could happen even on a smaller time frame, if you guys are leverage or margin trading, right, we can come down here on the hour, and maybe if we break well, there we go. Even if it now if it breaks above here, we can even look for a break and a retest up here. So something maybe like where's our ghost candles? So something like, you know, retest and then come up to this level. So that could even be like a smaller play you're looking at. Now it's not something I'm looking at. I'm actually waiting for this to come up here. I'm kind of on the sidelines until I really see what I'm looking for. And along the way, I'm just going to continue to dollar cost average into these trades, guys. I mean, there's so when I started 3 years ago, and this is, you know, this is something I want, and really maybe I should have started it off with this, but this is really important. 3 years ago, when I started really investing and looking into crypto, Ethereum was at $300 and Bitcoin was at 12K. We can see, well, Bitcoin actually came down to 17K, and if we go to ETH actually did 900, I believe. Yeah, like 800. It almost actually went all the way down. So I mean, even guys, if you were dollar cost averaging in from here all the way up to here, that's a 40% return. And this is what I mean. People are like, oh my God, crypto is doing so bad. So, you know, I actually heard it the other day. Somebody walked in and I was talking to them and they're like, yo, how's your crypto portfolio doing, bro? And I'm like, honestly, I'm doing pretty good. I'm up. I was up like 20% that day. And they're like, bullshit. And I was like, what do you mean, bro? Like, and this is where I kind of you know, got the idea that, you know, a lot of people think that the crypto market's doing bad, so or doing bad, right? But it's only doing bad because, right, if we Google, let me do this. It's only doing bad because of where you're observing it from. So if we Google look, define recession. Now, if we look up a recession, there's two different, right? We have a period of temporary economic decline, right? So that could describe it, right? That's one recession. But there's two different recessions. There's two different, right? There's multiple different terms. There's multiple different ways to use these. That's why I love the English language, because it's very specific and depends on how you use things, right? So now if we look at in the other thing, right? The action of receding, a motion away from an observer. Now, if you are observing Bitcoin, right? If you're observing Bitcoin, let's zoom out from, you know, we'll say like 60K. If you observe Bitcoin from over here, you're gonna say what? Bitcoin's in a recession. But if you've been watching Bitcoin since it was over here, 10, 12, look guys, 12K is what I told you, right? 12K. You've been watching Bitcoin, and honestly, even if it was over here, right? 3 years ago would have been what? So 2022, 2019. Look, even farther. So I've been observing it through this time, right? For me, it's just it's not in a recession, it's in a retracement. And retracements happen all the time. This is something you want to keep in mind, guys. Retracements happen all the time. They happen in everyday life, right? You can't always win something, right? When you're learning how to walk, what happens? You have retracements. You get up, you take a few steps, boom, you fall down. You get up, you take a step, boom, fall down. You get up, take 3, 4, 5 steps, boom, fall down. Then you maybe take 10, maybe you make 20, then you fall down. And it still happens to us every day. We get old and we still fall down. We're young and we still fall down. So this is something you want to keep in mind, guys. It's not always it's not a recession, it's a retracement. It just depends on where you're observing from. And that's a perspective I don't think a lot of people have, because they've been observing it from 50 to 60K. No wonder they think it's in a recession, right? Guys, I just showed you Ethereum. Guess what? Yeah, it dipped, right? We might have initially lost some money, but check it out. If you took advantage of it, everybody was eager to buy it when it was at 6K, and then nobody all of a sudden wants to buy it when it's down here at 998. Well, guess what? If you did, currently you're sitting at like 25%. Actually, a little bit less because of the current market price, right? So, boom, let's say you got the most perfect entry, right? You got 23% return. A lot of people look to do that in a year. Take your 23%, put it in a stable coin, and boom, wait for another entry. Be patient. And this is a lot of, you know, I see a lot of people buying and they're just holding on for dear life. Yeah, you can do that. But there's a lot more profitable ways to trade. If you would have bought and held on for dear life up here, guess what? You're back at the same level. If you would have bought, right? Say you bought right here and you're, oh my God, I'm losing. Okay, whatever, get out. Guess what? You wait. Buy boom, 20%. You just made your losings back. Instead, now you're back at the same level, and now you got to wait for it to go back up. But now you waited this whole time from June all the way to the beginning of July, right? You all the way from June to July, you waited all this time, and instead you could have just made your money back, and boom, you could even boom enter, and maybe boom enter on a leverage trade. Now you're up in your portfolio, or now you got your portfolio loss back, and now you're up because guess what? You just took a leverage trade and made $1,000. So there's so many different ways to go about this, guys. And when that person told me bullshit, and I was like, what do you mean? Like I was so confused. But then I realized like not everybody has that same perspective, guys. When these coins came down here and hit this, I haven't seen. Look at this. Let me zoom out. Aave, one of my favorite pairs of trade in the leverage trade, because the way it hits these patterns is just absolutely insane. Like it does it every time. Does it every time. The way it hits my markups is like perfect. That's why I like trading it. So, guys, look. Aave, right? Aave was 670 at one point. 670. Guess what? Now it's, what do we have? 70.95. It's down $600. And nobody has any interest in buying. But when it was up here, everyone's like, oh, Aave this, Aave that. Back when it was over here, guys, 3 years ago, 2019, look, wasn't even a thing. Can't even see it. 3 years ago, nobody I knew had cryptocurrency. Nobody. The only people I knew that had cryptocurrency was the same people I was working with using the same platform. Those were the only people I knew. Nobody actually, and then all of a sudden, boom, crypto's booming up here. $600 Aave, everybody wants to buy it. Boom, $70 Aave, everybody's scared, doesn't want it. And to me, I'm like, oh my God, I have all this. I've been learning for the past 3 years, gathering information, learning. This is what people call lucky. There's no such thing as luck. Luck is where preparation and opportunity meet. Guess what? I've been learning for the 3 years, bull market, right? Market's playing. I didn't make that much money. Boom, recession hits, retracement hits. Guess what? I have all this information. I've been learning this entire time. Guess what? Accumulation time. And people are like, Tyler, crypto's not doing so well, is it? Depends on where you're sitting, my guy. Depends on where you're observing from. So this is so important, guys. 70. Look at this. Let me show you the return. I'm getting so hyped about this because this is so true. It's happening in my own life, guys. If Aave goes to $100, that's 70% gain. Look at this. If let's say it went to 300, right? It was at $600 at one point. Let's say it goes to 300, right? We'll just say it goes to 300. These are all potential returns. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. This is what I've been learning the past 3 years, so I can accumulate now in the bear market and make money. And this is gonna be the time that it's gonna change a lot of people's lives, guys. A lot of people lost, this bear market, this retracement in the cryptocurrency space, and all the markets in general has lost a lot of millionaires. But guess what? Even more are gonna be made during the recession, the retracement. And you just have to know what you're doing. Education is key when it comes to space, guys. 427%. Right, this is completely potential. It's nowhere guaranteed. But if Aave were to go from $70 up to $300, half of what it was at before, 670, you'd have a 427% return. Where can you? It's not happening, guys. Same thing. Cardano. It was at $3.10. Everybody wanted Cardano. Now Cardano is under $1, 43 cents. Nobody wants it. Why? It went all the way back to just $3, guys. It went all the way back to just $3. 571%. This is all the coins in general. And honestly, I love Bitcoin. I love Ethereum. But when it comes to return percents, you're not going to get the best ones when it comes to this. I like to margin trade these. But guys, I mean, if Bitcoin goes back up to 40K, you only have 82%. And everybody wants to pay attention to these main coins. Yeah, it's the whole goal is to accumulate Bitcoin and Ethereum. But you can accumulate it by getting more money from all these smaller projects. You don't have to do it off these big Ethereum and you don't have to do it off Ethereum and Bitcoin, and you don't have to do it just because oh, Bitcoin's at 20K. It's, it's shot. No, Bitcoin's going to continue to go up. It's going to continue to go. It's going to blow through these levels at some point. I can't tell you when, but at some point it's going to blow through these levels. It's just part of the market cycle. This stuff's not going anywhere, guys. I can promise you that. We're just weeding out the fakes. That's literally all that's happening, guys. Crow, almost at $1, right? Almost at $1. Where am I at? Oh, yeah. We're at 12 cents. We went back to $1. Right now, even if we went halfway, guys, we went from 12 cents to 50 cents. And this is what I'm telling you guys, the dollar cost average into these projects. I can't stress that enough. You got $20. Stop going to the bar. Stop gambling. Stop putting it in the machine and blowing it. I'd rather blow it with the possibility of making 371% on it than saying, oh, well, maybe next time, let's put in the machine. Let's get the scratch off. Let's go to the bar with our guys. When I go out to eat, sometimes I'm like, fuck, dude, I wish I could, I should have bought some crypto. Like, I know it sounds so crazy to some people, but at some point, you guys are gonna be like, wow, maybe that's the way to think. So, guys, I'm telling you, dollar cost average, into these projects, every single one of these, some of these good projects. I mean, DOT, Cardano, Bitcoin, Crow, Aave, these are all solid projects. Yeah, DOT. Oh my goodness, I told you guys about this one. And let me see. Where was it? Let's go to the day chart. I remember telling you guys about this. It was in the chat. And I actually told you about this when it was kind of expensive. I was excited about it then. I'm still just as excited about it, guys. It's under $100, the DeFi Pulse Index. And the reason, watch this, boom. DPI. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm hyped right now. Like, for real. Look at the total supply. That's it. All of it's in circulation. Let's see, where are we at? Let's go to a year. Right? A year. Oh wait, no, well, what I want to see. All-time high, 656. All-time low, $53. 656. Current price, 83. Guys, these are all good projects. All these ones I'm bringing up, Ethereum. Again, same thing. We're all these charts look almost the exact same. If you guys notice that, boom, boom, boom. Ethereum and Bitcoin, especially because they take up most of the marketplace. But GRT, we're not going to go into that. Link, another amazing project, guys. Now, I'm not partnered with any of these. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not partnered with any of these. But look at the yeah, looks rare. That's $7, guys. We're at 35 cents. Put $20, right? Oh my goodness. I shouldn't be able to show you that, guys. But oh my gosh, guys, look at this stuff. And it could potentially go lower. And the thing is, it could potentially go lower, but you want to keep in mind, because if it goes lower, okay, cool. We're dollar cost averaging in. You're not spending hey, all my chips are in. No. Dollar cost average. You just put a little $20 here, $20 there, $50 here, $20, whatever you can afford, $5, $1, whatever you can afford. And trust me, guys, just be patient. Be patient. All these projects. I mean, these are all projects that I'm looking at. If you're looking for some markups, guys, even this, we'll go to not categories. We're gonna go to back to CoinGecko, portfolio. We need the dark mode out. I don't like the light one. There we go. So portfolio, guys. Boom, all these projects. Look at this. Majority of these I can't say all of them, but majority of these projects, guys. In some of them that I have them on here because I'm just looking at them. Some of them are, might not be around forever. I can't guarantee that any of them be around forever. ApeCoin could drop off, VeChain, Uniswap, Chainlink, Chronos, but any of these coins could flop. But the whole point is, right, that's always the risk. Trading and investing involves risk. Risk means potential loss, That's what you got to keep in mind. Only risk what you're willing to lose. But remember, we're basing this off the past, guys. Crypto's not going anywhere. For a long time, it's not going to go anywhere. I can promise that. But some of these coins might not stick around. There's 13,412 coins listed on CoinGecko. There's more than that for sure. But that's how many are listed here. We'll see how many are still listed here in the next 6 months. I can bet it's not going to be that many. It's not that many for sure. But guys, all these coins, Ethereum, Bitcoin, BNB, Solana, like, oh my goodness. I got you guys, these prices that we're seeing are prices that I seen 3 years ago when I barely knew anything. Had I known what I know now, I'd have spent every dollar. I'd have sold my leg if I could have to get some of the to buy some of these projects. But I mean, again, guys, crypto's quotes down, right? Come on, guys. Come on. Listen to people who have the results you want. So anyway, guys, that's the current state of the market. I mean, I could really keep going into it. I don't want to keep, just hammering it down. I want you guys to understand, like, hey, look, just dollar cost average, dollar cost average. You don't need to put all your chips in, but dollar cost average into some of these projects, guys. I'm telling you, this is I can't tell you to do it. Risk whatever you want to do. This is what I'm personally doing because of what I know is going to happen in these next 6 to 12 months. So I want to show you guys a couple things here, and then maybe I'll screenshot a couple trades over here and we can send them through. But these are just a couple major news things that we got going on here. Bitcoin mining company Compass cuts staff by 15%. The downsizing and the executive pay cuts follow high level resignations and claims that the company failed to pay its bills. So again, guys, a lot of these, and some of this is to do from Luna, right? From Terra Luna. A lot of these projects had some money in there, and guess what happens? People are putting all their chips in Luna. You don't want to put all your chips in because a lot of these coins can be gone tomorrow. But you want to pay attention to what utility they provide, right? Binance. There's a lot of these coins. Binance, Ethereum, Bitcoin, even Ripple potentially. Just depends on what their utility is. These coins are going to stick around for a while because they have a use. They have a reason for being here. The same way each one of us has a purpose here on Earth. Each of these coins, if they don't have a purpose, we have no reason for them. So Bitcoin mining, and nothing really specific on it. I didn't really want to go too deep on it, but I just showed you guys not too long ago, there was a lot of layoffs. There was companies hiring and firing. You want to pay attention to which ones are hiring and which ones are firing. This one's firing. So another thing, guys, Sam Bankman Frieds, whatever. Fred, I don't know how to say that. We're gonna call him Sam Bankman, but he owns quite a few different things. He owns Miami Heat. This Almeida Research. He owns FTX. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff this guy does. But the crypto trading firm is founded by SBV or SBF. My bad. SBF is Voyager Digital's second largest borrower of Three Arrows Capital, according to Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. So I didn't read into this, but if this is true, I mean, that's a chunk of change. But this guy's out here saving crypto. And he planned, his whole thing was when I first saw him, he was like, I just want to make a bunch of money and give it all away. So I mean, I don't really see this bothering him in much. And plus, I feel like this dude could probably cover that. So we can even read into it. It's not often a borrower bails out its lender. Borrower, that's funny. It's not often a borrower bails out its lender, especially when it's to tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. Almeida Research, a firm founded by crypto billionaire Sam Bankman. Now, if he's a billionaire, I mean, yeah, that's a chunk, but I mean, it's still not anything really. But that he said that last month extended 500 million line of crypto or credit to the crypto broker, which itself owes the company 377 million. It's unexpected revelation that came to light by way of bankruptcy that seemed like a foregone. And honestly, I mean, I actually remember seeing an interview with Sam and with, I think it was Forbes maybe, and he was like, he literally said, yeah, I don't even care if I get a bad deal on some of these companies. He's like, I just want to buy them, or save the project because I believe in the project and I think they're, awesome. So let's see what this is. Let's see. What is this in thousands? I don't want to really get into this right now. That's a lot of numbers, but we'll kind of I kind of want to just breeze through some of these things. But this is something I want to show you guys. I mean, this guy is honestly incredible. I saw this, so I was like, that's interesting. And there's actually something else over here, so with him as well. So he's a big name in the crypto space. If you're not familiar with him, you're going to be seeing him quite a bit. Even if this is true, and he's got to pay that, and you're still going to see him. That's not going to bring that's not going to break him. But majority, if you bet against him, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend betting against this guy. Just initially from when I seen him, like I said, he was just flipping from he was just trading. So he would buy Bitcoin on originally what I seen him, he would buy Bitcoin from the US exchange, then he would sell it on like a Japanese exchange. So on the US exchange, it'll be like $8,000 to buy one Bitcoin, and then on the Japanese exchange, it would be like 9,000 or 10,000. You would be doing it with big chunks of money, and he said he was making up to $1 million a day. So imagine just boom, million a day, million a day, million a day, 365 million. When we do that for a year, there you go. So but yeah, I mean, I thought that was super cool. I just wanted to bring him up because again, we're going to see him a lot more. That's not the last of him. So we got majority of Ethereum 2.0 stakers underwater as bear market continues as the price of ETH plunges to more than 70% of its November all-time high. Only 17% of ETH 2.0 stakers are currently profit. But you got to keep in mind, guys, 17%, right? So for the rest of these people, guess what? It's a recession. For these other people that are in profit, it's just a retracement. They're not worried. They know where it's going. These other people look at it like they're like, oh my God, crypto sucks. It's not going anywhere. I actually saw something I posted. I think it was on my story on Instagram yesterday. There were, I can't even remember the guy's name, but the dude pretty much gets paid like $2 million a year to tell everybody on the news like, hey, buy this, and they're just shitty stocks that pump and dump, and he just makes money off whatever stocks. That's just a whole other story. But again, the recession and retracement just depends on where you're observing, right? Recession depends on where you're observing from. So Solana Labs launches a mobile platform, reveals an Android smartphone. This is pretty dope. They're obviously announcing this in a time where a lot of other projects are potentially dipping out. So this could be something major. And then also too with Android, you could see some type of partnership with Android and Solana, where maybe they have some type of NFT platform, or that phone specifically, or any Androids in the future are going to be more crypto savvy and a little more Web3 design than majority of the phones out there. So this is something to keep in mind. I didn't really get a chance to read into this too much, but I did get a chance to see. I saw the headline, and I thought it was pretty neat. And again, Solana is another major project, guys. I mean, you can see right here, 15% in the past 7 days, 3.7. It's not up too much in the past hour, but again, this is another project where I'm long term on, guys. I mean, we could see where's it at? All-time high, 259. 260 all-time low, 50 cents, and it still never even went there. We're still at 38 bucks. A lot of these coins almost went to our all-time low or below it. So it's nice to see something like this and for it to hold up. We have Reddit. I don't know who those of you guys who are big on Reddit. Reddit is to launch NFT avatars built on Polygon, so this is gonna be pretty cool. I assume it's gonna be something like how the other social medias are allowing you to have NFTs as your profile picture, but I assume they're still gonna have to be verified as well. So that's super cool. Let's see what else we got. We got after losing 60 million in Bitcoin, El Salvador's president buys more. Guys, this is huge. He spent another $1 million. I'm sure he doesn't have much left to buy, but so he added another 80, much more money to buy it. But he had another 80 Bitcoin to El Salvador's existing 2,301 Bitcoin. So honestly, guys, when this stuff goes up, and I think he's just dollar cost averaging. At this point, he's just trying to get his price. He's trying to get his average cost of price down. So this is super big. Honestly, I think this guy's still gonna get like a Nobel Peace Prize or something like this. This dude's literally gonna change the country. And you can even see each purchase on here. So that's super cool. Maybe I'll share that too inside the chat, and you guys can check it out. But another thing we got, as Bitcoin crashes, data shows whales are buying the dip. This is no surprise, guys. I'm not even a whale, and I'm over here telling you guys, go, like this is the time. Like now that I'm educated, I have all the information, I have the capital I've been accumulating over the past 3 years from trading crypto, and now I'm like, oh, This is like the same price as it was when I started. Like, imagine starting. It's almost like traveling back in time. It's like imagine knowing, a certain team's gonna win the World Series, and then you're like, okay, boom, I'm betting all my money on it. Why? Because you already know it's gonna win. And it doesn't, not necessarily. I'm not betting all my money on it, but guys, I'm all in on crypto. When I say I'm all in, I'm all in. Um, I don't use U.S. dollars for much other than bills. I know some people ask me that, they're like, "What, bro? What do you mean?" I really don't use U.S. dollars too often, for literally other than bills. At the gas stations here in Florida, you can buy, there's Bitcoin ATMs inside there. It's only a matter of time where you can just pay in Bitcoin at the gas station. So, guys, I mean, I just want to show you guys some headlines, because a lot of the times the news shows people headlines and they see this and like, oh my God, it's just doing so bad. And yeah, it might crash, but guess what? What are the whales doing? The people who know, the people who understand what's going to happen, the people who want to make money, they're accumulating, they're dollar cost averaging it. So Bitcoin just posted its second worst quarterly performance since inception. So, I mean, you can check this out. Look, I mean, yeah, it's posted, and this is funny because I was just like, I just want to show you guys. But as I'm showing you guys this is only a perspective thing, right? Now, perspective and numbers don't lie, right? We have a perspective of, yes, it went down. Depending on where you're at, it's a retracement. Some people are in a recession. But these numbers don't lie. I mean, it had the second, oops, sorry, I spit on my computer. It literally just says the second worst quarterly performance since inception. Since Bitcoin was around, this is the second worst performance. Guys, there's not much more of this to come. And actually, the reason I'm showing you this is because I'm about to show you something next by our boy Sam. Guys, I mean, I realistically don't think we're going to see these prices maybe ever again, really. The reason I'm bringing this up is because guess what? Now, I can't guarantee this. This guy most likely knows more than I do. He owns FTX. He has a lot in the crypto. He's a crypto billionaire, so I would assume he does. But he's pretty much saying that most of the worst stuff is past. Now, honestly, he said it was a fair bit worse than he expected. Honestly, I mean, I was expecting it to go worse, to be honest with you. But we'll really see what happens. Maybe this Luna play will knock a lot of players out of the space. We'll see here, honestly, in the next 6 to 12 months. But pretty much what he says is, he doesn't think it's going to be much worse. Now, it could be, again, I can't tell you that for sure. Guessing is gambling. We can only read and react. That we all have our opinions based on certain certain technical or analytical analysis, whatever you want to call it. But I don't even know if that's a word, analytical analysis. But whatever your opinion is, it's based off of, especially his and mine, is based off of what's currently happened or what has already happened. Now, again, we can read and react, or we can guess and gamble. I like to read and react. I can tell you what I think is going to happen based off of what's happening and based off the patterns I know, but that's never a guarantee. The markets don't care who I am. They don't care who my dad is. They don't care who anybody's dad is or who they are. Really, they do their own thing, and most of the time they're manipulated by banks. But that's another story for another time, guys. I gotta hop on another call here in literally like 2.5 minutes, but I appreciate you guys hopping on. Have an awesome one. Until next time, guys, and remember, recession is literally a perspective, right? Recession is literally a perspective. It just means coming or going away from where you observed it. So you observed it from here, it's a retracement. If you're observing from here, it's a recession. But doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Recession really only means a transfer of wealth. So that being said, guys, make some smart moves. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research and challenge the things I'm sharing with you. But also have an awesome rest of the night and have an awesome rest of the week. Until next time, we out.